What is up, people? Hope everyone is doing well. It is a special Tuesday Game and Talk episode. Josie is tied up doing something, or maybe literally tied up. Who really knows with that wild young lady? But I'm here, RGT85. Celia's here.
Hi.
Celia B. Nate's here. Nate the Hate.
That's
And
right.
yeah, we had to do a special episode because of the direct 2-pack today. But before we get into all of the good stuff, or I guess potentially bad stuff of the direct, we do want to give a huge thank you to our channel supporters and our Patreon backers. You can join the channel or back the Patreon and get access to the after show of this, where things just go off the rails and who the hell knows what we're going to talk about. But want to give a huge thank you to our producers. We have Mr. Joby, Justin Maverick, House Seal, The Game Orb, Trent A, and Drunk on Tacos, along with A Billion Cats, Mr. A. His name is A. You can put a normal name there. Joshua Butts, aka the Butt Man, and John O. And we're going to do a special little shout out to some of our longest backed Patreon users: Ceiling Fan, Nick Garcia, Oscar Dominguez, and Jonathan Pons. And of course, if you are a channel member on here, we thank you for that as well. And we will see you at the after show. But yesterday, Nintendo announced a 2-pack Nintendo Direct consisting of an Indie World Showcase and a Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase, totaling a little over 40 minutes for the two presentations combined, back to back, quick as lightning. There was a lot of games to talk about. Now, I will be honest with you, I was falling asleep during the indie show, but we have a resident expert here that knows indie stuff. So she is going to walk us through the indie games, and we will share our thoughts on them if we have any, and maybe Celia can explain why these games are good.
That's a lot of responsibility, Sean. Okay, so for the list, like in my notes, I didn't write every single indie game. Do you have a list of what all the games were, and then we can talk about them?
No, I didn't write down any of the indie games
Sean.
because that's a lie, though. That's a lie. I wrote down Pizza Tower because I thought that looked kind of cool. I liked the animation style of Pizza Tower. It reminded me of a combination of like Wario and like Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. I thought that was pretty cool looking.
Okay, and I feel bad not including everyone. So just should we pull up a list?
I'm pulling up a list, checking it twice.
There you go.
Find out what the hell's the name? Indie Showcase.
Indie World.
Indie World.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to be using that Verge link since they have me blocked on Twitter. Eurogamer. I don't have any. Do I have beef with Eurogamer? I don't think I do. I think we're good for now. All right. So I will pull up. This list stinks. It's not organized. Why is it so hard to just put things? Fuck it. I'm going to pull up the goddamn video. That's what we're going to do. All right. Okay. So we started things off with Baltero and
Balatro. Okay. Balatro.
Look,
say it with me, Sean.
I have been going since very early this morning.
Me too.
Okay. I had a late night last night. I did a next podcast. Fucking you ever heard of Public Enemy? The group?
Yeah.
You know how it's Flavor Flav and Chuck D?
Mm-hmm.
I got a compliment from Chuck fucking D last night. Said I was very humble. That's Chuck fucking D from Public Enemy. Nobody could tell me nothing now in life. Yeah, I did a Nick show. I woke up. I did the direct. Then I had to go take my car somewhere. And then I had to get groceries. And then I had to pick up my car. And then I was playing something. And then I made tomorrow's video so I could sleep in today. But what was it? Balalatro?
Okay. Balatro.
Balatro. Got some DLC.
Mhm.
Friends of Jimbo. There's various games. Witcher 3, Among Us are in there.
Mhm.
I don't like card games. Does anyone like card games?
So I have a Steam key for that. It's on my list of things to play once I'm done with my Stardew Valley addiction. So I'll have a review of that eventually. But it looks really good. The game is really popular.
I know
The
that.
fact that
Yeah.
they're doing cameos with like The Witcher, which is incredible, and Among Us, which is awesome, and I think was it Vampire Survivor? I'm not sure. I didn't recognize the last game. It looked very vampire-y, so I assume that.
Oh, Vampire Survivors.
There we go. Okay, I was correct. I think that was really cool. I love cameos. It's really fun to see like universes cross because then you can do 6 degrees of separation with like any game, and it all connects. So I think that's really fun. Wait, why don't you like card games, Sean?
If I want to play card games, I'll buy a deck of cards. I used
You didn't
to
play?
know how to do magic tricks. And
Oh,
they were like really good magic tricks too. Because
can you do one?
I don't have I
Like
forgot how to do it. It
if
was like
okay, if I mail you Shovel Knight playing cards coming out on Fangamer eventually, would you do a magic trick on stream?
I mean, I could try. It's
Yeah.
hard. No, because the trick I was really good at, and the
Mhm.
trick that was the most impressive is like a one-on-one trick because like you have to cut the cards, you have to take your card, put it in the deck, and then I lay them all out and stuff like that, and I'm able to identify which card was your card without ever looking at it. Like I got really good at it, and I used to be able to impress people. Yo, there was this magic shop at Myrtle
Uh-huh.
Beach. And whenever we would go on like a family vacation, we would always bring one of my friends. So like Pecker Dupree would always come and we would
Mhm.
go to this magic shop and we're like, fuck yeah. We're like 13, 14, something like that. We're like, yo, this shit is fucking tight, dog. And so like we bought like all these kits and stuff like that. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing. It was tight as fuck. Nate, do you like card games?
Or magic.
I do not like video game based card games.
Do
Real
you like
life card games, yes, but not in a video game.
Magic? What about Magic?
Yeah.
Like Magic the Gathering or
No, like
Magic
No,
magic
the
like
cards,
Magician.
like
Magic trick.
Sean.
Yeah, Magic tricks.
I do enjoy a good magic trick.
Remember
Okay.
that there was a Magic game on the 3DS? Or was it the D? No, it was DS, Master of Illusion. And it came with like cards and like a bunch of gimmicks and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
That game's fucking tight.
That's
So
cool.
starting off with a bang. Then we got Neva, made by the people who made Gris.
Yeah, it
Is it
looks
Neva or Neva?
you know, I did write down the pronunciation of that one. I didn't anticipate that.
They should have got Trillville to do the song for it. Bitch, you could never ever, 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 ever get on my level. Oh, like that would be tight. I would probably be a little more interested in Neva if Trillville was involved, but a little scrappy.
You should just tweet that at them. See what happens.
I should.
It's not too late. I think it looks beautiful. I think Grace is beautiful too. I to be honest, I haven't played all of it. Like I forgot where I got it from. I think it was like a PlayStation Plus download or something of the sort. But I have the game. I just haven't really like gotten through it. But it is beautiful, and I'm sure this one's gonna be beautiful too. I don't know.
Nate,
Have you
do you like Gris, Nate?
yeah, have you played it?
I have played Grease. Yes.
Grease? Yeah.
Yeah, Grease, not Gris. Grease. Yeah, it's a very artistic game. Lovely animations, lovely art direction. So this game from them definitely has my attention. And I'll be curious to check it out when it does release.
Got a $5 from Elliot Wilderman. Appreciate the support, broski. Make sure you show Elliot some love in the chat. Tales of Grace, Dragon's Quest 3 remakes. Sweet. I'm saying it my way. Suikoden. Not no suikoden.
It's
No.
Suikoden.
Yeah, it's
Suikoden.
definitely Suikoden.
No, it's a silent I. Suikoden 1 and 2 remasters and Trails in the Sky remake carried that entire show. We will break down all of that good stuff in the second half of this, but appreciate the support, broski. Yeah. So moving right along, we had Moth Cubit.
I'm so excited for that game.
I know
It is
you
like
are.
right up my alley of like
know it
like the
is.
gameplay and running around an office and discovering mysteries and the characters, and there's different endings depending on what you do. I love it when your choices matter. It's so fun, and it gives you kind of a sense of control of what your fate is in the game, which I think is really cool. And I also really like the character design. It looked really different and it looked goofy, and I don't know, I just love bug games. I wanted more. Yeah, that's about it.
I'm not a big fan of moths in real life. Like they
Uh-huh.
bother me. So like this, no, not really hitting. Nate, do you like moths?
I mean, not particularly.
Sean, have you played Bug Fables?
No.
You should play that game. It's really good.
Nah, I
It's,
heard it was
over,
might-
it's overrated.
yeah,
It's so cute. I loved it.
Street said that it was definitely overrated because people were hyping that up like hardcore.
Yeah,
And
the
then-
It's
reason, the
precious.
reason the game got so much attention is that it was a Paper Mario substitute
Yes.
Right.
in a time
was
without
excellent.
Paper Mario, and everyone's like, "This game is great." It's okay.
The humor was cute and it was a really enjoyable adventure.
What'd you play it on?
I played it on Switch.
Interesting. Next up, we had Coffee Talk Tokyo. This is another one of your games, isn't it?
I actually haven't played the Coffee Talk series, which I feel like I'm such a poser because I met them at PAX like a while ago, and I have a coffee talk tote bag that they gave me, and I was like, I'll play the game eventually. So it's on my list. So now I feel obligated to buy this game. I'll let you know how it is once I play it.
I will say, hold on. Isn't there a way to share my screen?
Yes.
I have a joke to make.
No.
God,
God, I'm scared.
How do I do it?
What is with that laugh?
How do I do it? Mate, do you know how to share the screen? Okay.
Go
Group
to
layout.
present.
Huh?
Present.
I'm nervous.
Present.
Your settings. Present.
Make sure all your tabs are hidden.
Share screen. Oh, I got it full screen, pal. Perfect. Like this looks like a modern game developer to me, right? Like
I mean, you could cosplay as him if you grab that beard.
it's like Wilford
throw on some
Brimley.
glasses.
Brimley, the cat man. Like this shit is weird to me.
Or it's Ned
I
Flanders.
like his-
It's John as a dog.
Is it a? Yeah, I guess it is a dog. Like I don't know, man. This, you know.
Coffee
Just a
Talk
little-
in general is like really like it's quirky, it's fun. It's like following with the
Look at
stories.
this production we got going on here. This shit is legit. We'll show
It's
the
a
trailer.
visual
something fun.
novel.
No, I'm
It's
talking
cool.
about our production here, not this.
Oh,
This is
okay. I was
fucking
being supportive,
weirdo
Gabe.
shit. I
What
mean,
the
it looks.
hell
You're
is
just such
that
a hater.
thing?
It looks like a little ogre businessman and a little fox guy.
Furries.
It's not
Um,
about the coffee, it's about the stories along the way or something like that.
Does it coffee make you poop?
Do you not what?
I don't drink coffee. No, I
Wait,
don't
really?
drink
You don't-
caffeine. Like I'll have a
Oh.
Diet Dr Pepper in the morning as my caffeine. But yeah,
Oh, okay.
I've never really gotten down with caffeine.
Wait, you got to rewind that video 10 seconds. What was the name of the dog, Wilford Brimley?
I don't think it had a name, did it?
No, they have names. So that one person's
Yeah,
name
but
is
I don't
Ben.
think it had a name pop up for him.
Yeah, that's a big reveal. That's for the release date trailer.
Like, I don't know, man. Like, I get it, games are for everyone, but like, how many people watching this are gonna buy this? You know?
You know, I'm not sure what their sales are, but Coffee Talk tends to be pretty popular. Like people are
Rate
get
of
pretty
4 in 2025.
yeah.
Let's see. Do we get a name? Henry.
Henry.
Hit the
Cute.
music. Hit the music, you fuck.
All right, all right, all right.
It should still be in the library.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
You get a copyright strike.
I believe
That's fine.
in Joe
The video's
Hendry.
not even loading now.
London and
You can kind of see him.
Tokyo, America,
Okay.
Scotland,
Cut it.
Cut it.
Mexico.
We're gonna get sued.
Next up was some DLC for Gerard the Completionist game. I mean, Sea of Stars. I mean, it's a good game. This looks cool. You know, and they took him out of the game, so you can't really complain. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was.
I'm excited for Sea of Stars' DLC. It looks really cool. They have a new playable character. The main characters that you're playing as have different abilities. The train thing looks cool. I just think the art in general for this game, the pixel art is gorgeous.
It is.
Did they give a release date on that?
2025.
Okay.
Here was.
Oh my god. No one asked for this, but I love it so much.
Look at how terrible this looks, because this is obviously the Switch version of the game. Look at how there's no water texture. This looks disgusting back here.
Like, it's very PS2. That's fine. So is Shrek. Like, when was the last time we got a Shrek game?
Later on in this fucking showcase.
Oh yeah. But like, okay. But you know what
Battle
I mean?
for Bikini Bottom remaster. That wasn't that long ago.
True. But I don't know. I think this is really funny. No one asked for this, and it's silly.
I don't understand Shrek people. Like with Shrek Fest and shit like that shit is.
Dude, there are Shrek raves, and they happen apparently in LA all the time. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Here's Morsels. Honestly, this doesn't look I'm not gonna play it, but it doesn't look terrible. Why is this buffering so much? I guess you're getting 480p, pal. What is going on? So you got morsels, and there's like morsels of, like isn't a morsel of chocolate like a little piece of chocolate? Yes. Shrek equals SpongeBob. Yeah, they're the same fucking thing, dog.
I got what Sean meant by that. It's all good. So I think morsels is cute. I really like it's the pixel art for that. Like the design of the world is so weird, but it's so like aesthetically weird, if that makes sense. Like it's goofy and it's kind of gross, but like fun. I don't know.
You're saying it's a modern day Booger Man.
It's cute.
A pick and a flick adventure.
God, it's such like weirdo stuff. I love it.
I will say this does look a bit more quality as far as the game is concerned than some of the stuff that's in here. Like this looks like, it's not some rinky dink small, not to dilute those styles of games, but when you're doing a bigger presentation, you should have stuff that's visually appealing and stuff like that. If it wasn't for the card roguelike mechanic, I might be interested in it.
Sean, do you not like pixel art games? Because this is really visually appealing, and a lot of the other ones that we saw like so far, besides
I said this is visually appealing. Okay. I said this looks of higher quality than some. Nate, what do you think about morsels? A little too weird for you?
I mean, the artistic direction is definitely intriguing, but I'm not that big of a fan of these roguelike things. I just think they're overplayed at this point for me.
Yes.
So the game will really have to be exceptional to get my attention.
Well, if you want weird, here's something fucking weird.
Oh yeah, this is
ate everything. And
this is ridiculous.
Excuse me?
Yeah. The woman, so it was two presenters who must have just done like a ton of cocaine before presenting the indie showcase. The woman basically said that she was bisexual during this presentation because the guy was like, no. If you watch it back, the guy was like, I want this woman character. And the woman was like, no, I want her. And I was like, whoa, okay. Yeah. Well, interesting. Now I know about your personal life. Amber. That was her name. Like the Doug. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a second. How well do you know Amber?
No, wait, hold on. She's a nice lady.
Just no, go out and date someone. No, so Zach, like the people aren't people. The people are manifested So like these people that you're seeing on the screen are manifested things in the house. So
Yeah, 'cause
technically,
you see the item next to their name. They're all puns based on the item. Like the guy's name was like Tyrell, and he was a towel.
all right.
This is
So
Timothy. He's a clock.
Okay.
that individual that you're referring to, Mr. Carmichael, I mean, this might be their jam. You know what I'm saying? See, go on.
Okay. So, are you guys familiar with like the ironic or like the bizarro or I guess satire dating sim games like Hateful
No.
Boyfriend, when you date the printer, my
No.
boyfriend, my
What?
prince boyfriend turned into a horse or whatever it's called.
What?
Okay, so there's this whole subgenre of making the most ridiculous dating sims where like Hateful Boyfriend is when you're a human person and you're dating pigeons and they have like their anime boy like look
Okay.
to them, but they're just pigeons and it's ridiculous and stupid and bizarre.
Is that
so
not
this-
bestiality?
Okay, no, you're not. Turn off your brain and then play the stupid game. Like not stupid game, but like
If
then you
you're
play the
dating-
silly game.
If you're
I-
dating someone,
Okay, it's just for
Like,
fun.
why would I want
All
to
of
date a
this-
hamper?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's like, why would you date a printer in the printer dating sim? It's something
You won't.
stupid and fun and goofy. And this is making fun of that and taking it to a new extreme. So it's like, oh, instead of just dating a printer, you can literally date anything. Everything and anything is a cute anime girl or boy. Like, that's the point of it. And like, it's supposed to be silly. It's just for like,
So you're
Tease.
a human trying to date a printer in these other games? Or are you like an ink cartridge trying to insert
no,
yourself?
no, okay, stop trying to insert into anything, you weirdo. It's literally one of those things where you're just dating them and you just
So-
turn your brain off. It's
so
fun.
I'm
It's not
not
a
supposed to
hentai
take
game.
this seriously. I'm
No,
not supposed
no.
to think. Okay.
This is
okay.
just goofy, silly fun.
Okay. You know what? If I'm not supposed to take it serious and everyone's in on it, I need to make
Yes.
sure that everyone
Everyone
is
is
in
in
on
on
it.
this.
Because
this
I
is
feel-
just silly.
I feel like there are people that are not in on this.
Okay, well, they're a different demographic that will still buy the game, but
Okay.
it is supposed to be a satire of you just dating anything and everything. That is a volt charger. You can date a cabinet. You can date. I wrote in my notes. There's this guy named Doug, which is your overwhelming sense of existential dread. Like,
yeah, that's the
it's
dude,
just-
the buff dude with no face.
yeah, like it's just supposed to be silly, and if you like that kind of stuff, it's gonna be fun. Like that's the whole point of it.
I mean, this just sounds like some weird ass take on Beauty and the Beast, where everyone is under a curse, and for whatever reason,
I
you're
think-
the only human, and you're trying to bang a broken tea kettle.
Well,
Okay,
no, because Belle only wanted the beast, which I guess would mean that Belle advocates for bestiality.
gosh.
Moving
Oliver,
along.
let's get out of here.
Like, can we
We
be
have-
Gaston and just reject everybody? And
I feel like there probably is an option about that. I don't know. Maybe.
Peglin.
Hmm.
This is
Is this
Peglin.
related? Is this related to Peggle?
I don't know. This looks like it could be related to Peggle, pegging. This this looks like a Plinko RPG game. Like the ball kind of bounces around and that decides.
Yeah.
I don't know. John,
so, like, Peggle?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I thought it was like
maybe it's the same
Something?
people. Do you recognize these people?
I don't know the Peggle.
Oh wait, hold
people.
on. Hi, I am the lead artist and I'm the game designer. I think they say what game they had before.
Okay.
Oh
Nope,
no,
they-
this is okay.
They made it a game jam. Okay. So not related to Peggle, but very close.
I wonder if they're together. Corey McIntyre, the big
Yeah.
$20 Canadian dono. Date the George Foreman girl. Hey,
Woo.
you know what? I would, pal. Always there, reliable, and knows
Cuts
how
out
to
all the
cook.
fat.
Cuts out all the fat.
Know exactly
you
what you're
know.
getting with that one.
It's interesting, I guess.
Oh my god.
Wobbly life. Welcome.
Don't be saying, oh my god, when you and Josie make us do a pass or smash on, what's the name of the game? Date Everything?
Yeah, it's fun. Okay.
I
fine.
don't even
Fine.
remember.
Oh my god,
seeing
we can
this.
do a pass or smash on that.
Stop it.
You can do it right now. You can just take a picture of
Oh
your
my-
apartment in a random room and say, would you smash these sneakers? This radiator. His name is Brad.
Wait,
That's
I
actually
don't
a good idea.
remember this. What? I didn't see this. What was I doing?
What is
I mean,
this?
I don't know.
It's just some weird like
Are they
physics
ducks?
based game that you just like make anything and do whatever. Like, that's not terrible. I would have given that a little bit of credit, honestly. It has online in it too.
Wobbly life.
Like, look, you buy a house, you fucking go dancing with people, you go on like mysteries and shit. You guys a big ass monkey. Yeah, that's kind of tight, dog. Shout outs to Wobbly Life. That doesn't look terrible. Here's a good one. Pico Park. This is kind of, what's that game? Chained Together, the Django Unchained, whatever it's called. Where you're stuck with someone and it's like physics based. This is the Nintendo version of that game.
Unraveled?
No, the new PC game that everyone's playing, like Kai Cenat and people like them.
The one where you try to get as high as you can, you're chained together.
Yeah. This is kind of like that, except it's more of a platformer with Nintendo-ish graphics. Josie got busy, so and she wasn't available tomorrow, and Celia is not available tomorrow, so we did what we can do. Not my style of game, but you can play with like up to 8 people. If I guess you hate your friends or something like that. I'm sure the game is fine. Pico Park 2, the sequel to the hit game Pico Park. Any thoughts, anyone?
They look cute. I don't know if it's my style of game, but I hate playing online with people. So,
Well, we may play it local.
oh, can you?
It's out today. You can find out. You can go buy it.
Oh,
It'll be the test on me. And then we got a sizzle reel with arguably starting off with like arguably the worst game of this whole presentation.
I hate you.
Shovel Knight.
Whoa, Shovel Knight. Okay, so
Shovel of Hope DX. Celia, tell us about this.
Yeah, so Shovel of Hope DX is an enhanced version of the original adventure. Cool thing about it, it's the base game of the original Shovel Knight series. Shovel of Hope, obviously, it's in the title. But what's cool about it is it's like our 10th anniversary game, and we also added a bunch of new features with it. There's 20 new playable characters. You can see there. You can see us playing as Black Knight. We have online multiplayer as well. We have save, rewind features. Look, there's me dying and then rewinding. You can play online. It'll be like you can play an NSL. Wait, Sean, if you go back to the okay, that's stereoscopic. But if you go back to the scene where the 2 Shovel Knights are fighting in the wait, play it.
We'll play it. Just tell me when to pause.
Okay. Look, you're playing as Propeller Knight. It's really cool. There's a ton of new features and cheats and all the cool stuff. It'll be coming out in 2025. Okay, and one more scene. Pause. Look. Oh, it's covered by Game and Talk. My name's in there. Shannon and I were recording footage, and in the corner it says Shannon and it says Celia B, because we were
You're famous.
I know, right? Yeah, no, we were playing that, and I was like, oh, I should have zoomed in and like cut out our names. But oh well, it's fine.
So very cool.
Yeah.
Europa was up next.
Yeah.
This doesn't look bad.
This game looks really, really cute.
I'm worried about the Switch version kind of being butt cheeks in terms of performance. Is there a CRT filter in Shovel of Hope DX?
It's currently still in development, but I can ask.
Is there an upgrade path if you have Treasure Trove?
No, so this is a completely different game. Reasoning for that is that like we're adding online features, and we're adding like it's going to be on online services for consoles. So it's a lot that has to go into it, and being able to upgrade and the things that we're doing for the game, it has to be a completely different game. Things just don't work like that.
No other podcast is giving you that information, pal.
Yeah.
So Europa looks all right.
Though.
I know. This looks okay. Some potential there. I don't know how to say this. Cuisineer?
Cuisineer.
Yeah, Cuisineer. Like it's cuisine.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you hooked on phonics, Sean.
I need Kid Cuisine.
Did they still make Hooked on Phonics?
I don't know.
Kid Cuisine is a better question.
Also, I don't know.
This fucking game.
What about
Jesus
Muzzy?
Christ.
Muzzy?
Okay, so side note, this was published by Humble Bundle Games.
Yeah,
and
right
I'm
there,
curious. I'm curious, like
No. Humble Games and Humble Bundle, they're kind of different, right, Nate?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but the publishing arm is Humble Games, correct? Or am I misremembering?
God. Humble
Because-
Games is the publishing arm.
That got shut down. So I'm really curious how the communication, if the publishing arm is shut down, how the communication was for getting the support for this and what it looks like moving forward. Because that sucks. That's just a me thing I care about. That's not interesting for the podcast. Sorry.
This is a weird furry game.
Hey man, furries, don't knock on furries. They're a huge market and they love these kind of games.
Well, we'll see. We'll check that sales data when it comes out. The eShop charts. This I don't know what the fuck that was. Metal Slug Tactics available fall 2024. The game is still alive. Nice to see it there. I know some of us have been waiting a while for it, so
particularly me, after Sean had a very negative reaction to the game at its reveal.
Quiet you. I mean, that looks good though. Like that looks fucking dope.
Yeah, the pixel art is amazing.
See, I do like pixel art. Plucky Squire, kind of worried about that Switch version, but I think the game looks fucking choice. I will be playing that.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it too.
And then we ended, I think this is the last thing, on Pizza Tower. Now, is this a game that's already popular?
Yes.
Okay.
Pizza Tower has been out for Steam for a really long time. I know it was nominated at the Game Awards for Best Indie Game, I think. I might be making that up, but I think it was. Yeah, it has a huge fan base. They're really rabid for this game and more content. So I'm kind of
like the fucking art style is amazing. Like,
yeah,
like this looks fucking great. This is what I want to see in the future. Like, fuck your fucking AAA graphics shit. Like, this looks way better. Like,
this is really fun. Sean, have you heard of Anton Blast?
Yes.
Yeah, it has the same energy as this.
Yes, yeah, very. And like the Wario Land games, some Tasmanian Devil in there, some Roadrunner and shit. Like, very, very cool vibes. Now, this game did come out today. Unfortunately, I limited myself to just one purchase today because I did have to pay for some car repairs. But yeah. So overall, how are we feeling about this Indie World Showcase? Oh, I have a message from Jason. Sorry, I have to check this. Update sent. Jesus Christ. Imagine sending me the final copy of the book while I'm on a goddamn show. Jesus Christ.
You okay there, Sean?
Yes, I'm fine. Overall, this was not a show for me, but it was a show that existed. You know what? I am glad that this was bundled with a direct partner showcase, because I think this on its own, I don't know how that reaction would be.
Okay, so on a scale of Gamescom Live to what was a show that you liked? I don't remember. At the Xbox show, you were really pumped about that one.
Yes, I like
Okay,
that.
so from a scale right now of or should we do this at the end after you reviewed everything?
We'll do it at the end.
Okay.
Because I'm considering this as one presentation. This is one combined presentation.
I am biased. I work so hard on Shovel Knight stuff. I think it was really great. But also indie directs in general are my cup of tea. A lot of the Xbox showcase was really a lot of it was pretty boring for me because those aren't games that I typically play. But for this, I wrote down a bunch of games that I was excited for. So, but we'll talk more about this at the end.
The thing of it is, though, to me is I'm not even considering Shovel Knight in my assessment of this, because to me, Shovel Knight, Metal Slug Tactics, Pizza Tower, these games clearly, there's something behind them. They look good, they sound good. Plucky Squire, you could put it in there too. But Plucky Squire, Metal Slug Tactics, we already knew about those games. The Shovel Knight thing, the Pizza Tower things, these are high quality looking games. Some of these other games, you're just kind of, they're the artsy fartsy stuff. And I get that there's an audience for that. Yes.
Question. How is Suikoden an indie game?
It's not. It's in the partner showcase. Stop ruining things. Spicy pepper.
We
with a
brought it
foreign-
up earlier. Why did you bring it up then?
I think it was a
You couldn't pronounce it.
No, it was a super chat. And we have another super chat from Spicy Peppa for $4.99. I've called 1-800-ABCDEFG a couple of years ago. It was shut down. We can keep trying. We can keep trying. Thank you for the support, Spicy Peppa and everyone else. So now let's move into the partner showcase. Starting things off with an interesting one here, a Tetris collection, pretty much consisting of all Tetris games except for the Nintendo ones. But I do think the Game Boy one is on there, which kind of makes it weird. Tetris Forever, Digital Eclipse. There is a new Tetris mode that's in there that kind of cycles through all of the different styles. There is Hatris is also in this as well, which is kind of interesting. There's behind the scenes stuff, standard Digital Eclipse stuff. I like this. I will get this. I enjoy a game of Tetris. Here's the list of the games. You got Tetris, Hatris, Tetris 2 plus Bomb Bliss, Super Bomb Bliss, Super Bomb Bliss DS, Tengen. I think that's Tengen Tetris, but I could be wrong. Super Tetris 2 plus Bomb Bliss, Super Tetris 2 plus Bomb Bliss in yellow as opposed to blue, and Super Tetris 3. So it's a lot of Tetris. But there is this new mode here. Looks like this is a multiplayer aspect. See, that's the Game Boy one right there. Clear as fucking day. So I don't know what's going on there. Behind the scenes, old men talking about how they made it and stuff. This is cool. I like this. And then we did get a follow-up announcement. That Tetris NES is coming to Switch Online this winter. Because, you got to hold some of that back for the winter season. Hey, we had over 400 people. Let's fucking go. Thank y'all. So what are we thinking about this? Any Tetris fans in the house? Celia's not a big Tetris.
Okay, no, I like Tetris.
She
my
prefers the
Game
data
Boy.
microwave.
What?
It has the Game Boy one.
Yeah, the Game Boy one's cool. I have the Game Boy one in my Game Boy SP right now. Is playing it
See?
But the thing is though, is that with Tetris, it's one of those games where I have one version of Tetris and I'm like, cool, that's all my Tetris I need. So I feel like I would more likely to play the NES version of it and call it a day, or the one I have in my Game Boy, to be honest. But I think it's cool, and it's introducing different versions of Tetris to new audiences.
I feel like this also starts a trend for this presentation as well, because there's a lot of old stuff, and that is good stuff. Nate, any thoughts on Tetris collection here? Tetris Forever.
I mean, it's a fine collection. I think I have enough Tetris games in my life at this point. Tetris Effect is probably the best Tetris game ever made. You have Tetris 99. So I don't think I need another Tetris game in my Switch collection at this point in time. But if you're a huge Tetris fan, I guess this is kind of that collection of dreams. You can go back to some of the OG Tetris classics, going way back in the day, but it's just not a title for me.
Listen to Paul Gale, people. Thank you, Paul. Welcome.
Please
welcome. Next up on the docket here, we have Star Overdrive. I didn't know any. I honestly, when this first, because I know that there's a fucking Skies of Arcadia style game that's coming out, and I thought that was this, but this actually looks really cool. This is a first on Switch style exclusive game. I get lots of Sega vibes from this game, Sega Dreamcast. I feel like if the Dreamcast lasted longer, this game would be on it. It looks and feels kind of like a Sega style game, and I don't know why I feel that way, but I definitely feel that way. I will say, a little worried about the performance of the game itself, but I like this. I think it's interesting. I want to learn more about it. Anyone? Yeah.
I too am concerned about the performance.
Who are you typing to?
Oh, I looked over at the comments and someone commented Tetrisphere on N64, and I love that game. So I was writing, I love Tetrisphere.
Okay. I didn't know if your
Fine.
book was also finished as well. But I like this. Nate, any thoughts? Do you know anything about this game? Like who's
I only
behind
know
it or
what we have
anything?
seen there, and I mean, looks like the performance is definitely an area of concern. Didn't look.
Dear Villagers. Who the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Did you play Haven? This is Haven 2 without the story. No, I didn't
I
play Haven.
did play Haven, and it's. I mean, the game was fine for what it was. It's not a game I'm all that eager to return to.
It just looks a little blurry. But, 2025, they have time to clean it up. Got another donation here from Luis Barrios. $10 holla. Hello, gang. I wanted to take a moment to express my appreciation for your presence here today. Celia, you look particularly radiant. Much love to you and everyone else in the pod, I guess. All right,
Thanks.
Celia. Show them your big toe for that one. That's $10.
Oh my god.
now.
No, you're supposed to get the pedicure and show everyone your feet. You agreed.
Interesting looking game. Interesting. I'll keep my eye on it. Goat Simulator 3. Is this an old game? I feel like this is an old game.
I wrote in my notes, there's 3 of them. I think that's really cool. But I haven't played Goat Simulator since the first one. And I don't know.
To me, it seems like a one and done game. Like, do I need a franchise out of this? I don't know.
I don't know. Some people really like goats. I don't know. Like that's their vibe, I guess. What was funny about that? That concerns me.
So, because some people really like goats.
Oh my god, Sean, get out of here. Anyways, yeah, like you get hats. Good for them.
Wait, there was only 2. Goat Simulator 3 is the second one? What? And 2 separate people said this. A medallion doesn't lie. Neither does Jeffrey Tucker.
I don't know.
All right, so this is the second Goat Simulator because
But
they
they're
are
calling
very,
it 3.
Yeah,
That is so sneaky.
They're cheeky like that.
Good for them.
That's why
I really like that. If that's the case, like 10 out of 10. Good marketing. Good for you.
If you're into goats, hey, they got you covered. Next up, we had what for many people was the game of the show. For me, I didn't care so much that I didn't even put it in my notes. The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky, the first and foremost, nailed the name. Like just rolls right off the tongue. Excellent game. I've never played the Trails games. I used to own one of them. I know people love them. Black Bond is a huge Trails fan, which I would never. I don't know why I don't think of him as being a Trails fan, but yeah. I know Celia, you're not Trails. Any Trails love there, Nate?
I haven't played any of the more recent ones. I used to play them way back in the day. They're quality RPGs, but they are also very heavy investments. So this one looks good. So if you are a fan of the franchise, it seems as though you're going to get another quality entry. But it's just not a franchise I've checked out probably in the last decade.
So Tuskobe let us know the reveal is so significant because the original has been locked to PC and PSP forever, thanks to the original localizer publisher owning the English translation. And yes, Lewis, it was indeed Weapon Wheel Black Bond. He's a huge fan of the Trails games. Thank you for that knowledge. Also, Spicy Peppa, Celia, y'all letting the girlies down. Pick the next game. I picked fighting games for my guy friends and I won. Now y'all got to win on stream. The pressure's on.
Okay, first off, we've won. Okay, I appreciate the sport, Spicy Peppa. You're awesome. But also, we won once. It was the Pokemon one. But also, I wasn't expecting Nate to be really good at Wave Race.
You should have played me at Wave Race because
I know. I was expecting to beat you, Sean, because that would have been easy.
But the problem was you called out Nate. You got too confident.
I know. I should have practiced too.
And she got humbled. She got humbled hard.
Oh yeah, no, I got really sad at the end. I was like, oh man, shit. But I'll win eventually or not. I don't know. I'm not good at competitive games.
Star Wars Hunters. You're all caught up on Battle of the Sexes, pal. We haven't even. We still got to record one for next week because they only recorded that one because I was busy with my uncle. Was it my uncle? I was doing something with my family. Star Wars Hunters, the superior Star Wars game because it's free, getting a season 3 update. Um, I mean, it is free. And I had more fun with it than the other. Stalker: Legends of the Zone trilogy. That was kind of an interesting announcement.
Release timing is also very interesting, considering it's coming out in November, right around the time Stalker is coming to Xbox.
Right. So, kind of interesting, I guess. Looks very PS2-ish, but you know, it's all right. Worms Armageddon Anniversary Edition. Could never have enough worms. I feel like there's like an anniversary edition of Worms like all the time.
Yeah,
I think
it's like the
every
annual
year.
thing. It's an annual anniversary that they celebrate. Good for them.
That's wild, dog.
I want to know the sales numbers for Worms, like the franchise in general.
Like 7.
Well, if they make these games every year, because I do agree, I feel like I see the Worms franchise like pop up all the time. I'm just curious, like if they keep on making them, so obviously they sell. I'm just curious. How?
Disney Dreamlight with, I will say, y'all know what I'm thinking already.
What are you saying, Sean? Get out of here.
I saw that. I was like, damn.
I thought you were gonna make a Simba thirst comment or
No,
something.
no, I like humans. I don't like animals.
You sure?
I'm not a white woman.
What?
Here's your new Shrek game, SpongeBob SquarePants, the Patrick Star game. It is a sandbox, physics-based game. If I like SpongeBob, I'd probably think this was interesting. I don't care because I was a little too old to watch SpongeBob when it was popular. But yeah, it looks all right.
I was like the exact age, like right age demographic for it when it came out when I was a kid, and it's fun. Like I love SpongeBob. I don't think I'm gonna play this one, to be honest, because like I like the last time I bought a SpongeBob game was like
you don't like
GameCube.
Patrick.
No, Patrick's fine.
I like Squidward. He's kind of funny.
Squidward's relatable.
Nate, you a big SpongeBob guy?
I have never seen an episode of SpongeBob in my life, and I will never
Wait,
see
really?
an episode of SpongeBob.
I've never seen one either, but so it's fine.
How many subscribers do we need for you guys to watch SpongeBob?
275,000.
All right. Next up, we're not talking about this. Fitness Boxing 3 holiday cash grab comes out in December.
Whoa.
But they're basically banking on you being a fucking fat ass during Thanksgiving, getting fat, and then you're like, oh, I gotta do my New Year's resolution. Let me buy this boxing game. It does have Rick James on the soundtrack, though. So shout outs to them because his estate will be getting some money. Is anyone a fitness boxing fan?
No.
Awesome.
They did do a good one a few years ago with Fist of the North Star.
Yeah, that was
that's cool.
This was a surprise.
All right, this was one of the top 2 announcements of this direct.
Yes. Capcom Fighting Collection 2, consisting of many Capcom fighting games, some deeper cuts in the library, which I definitely like to see. Capcom versus SNK Millennium Fight 2000 Pro, Capcom versus SNK 2 Mark of the Millennium, which I actually had that on my GameCube and I loved it. Project Justice, that's kind of your deep cut game. Capcom Fighting Evolution, which was kind of weird. Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper, or whatever the fuck it was called. Plasma Sword, which is a very deep cut. And then Power Stone and Power Stone 2. You get museums, you get online play, you get hitboxes, you get training and stuff. Bro.
I was really excited when I saw Power Stone in there. Well, Power Stone 2, because it's the best Power Stone. But I think that's awesome.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's fair.
I know.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
I like the second
Power
one.
Stone
better.
Marketing stuff. I love marketing stuff. This is fucking great.
Power Stone 1 is superior to Power Stone 2.
That's nostalgia.
Debatable.
I mean, the one thing they have in common is they both have the greatest character that Capcom ever put in a game, and that is Wang Tang, because he goes Super Saiyan and just dominates everyone with a spirit bomb.
See, they're good at fighting games.
No. I used to play them a
We might have to
lot.
buy you this so you can show your Power Stone prowess.
Oh God,
Sounds like a good
I'm better
early
at okay. So
2025.
time out. Okay, if none of you guys play it and we all haven't touched it in 15 years, I'll be better than you. But if you
You won't.
practice,
No,
What?
you won't.
really, I'm good. Okay, I used to be good at the game years ago,
Used to
and it was
be.
fun. But it's also with
Used to
normal
be.
people. I'm better at this when it's against normal people, not you guys.
Massive Rican says, I can't believe they put Plasma Sword over Tatsunoko versus Capcom. That's still stuck in the Wii's graphs. I think that's because of Tatsunoko, not because of Capcom, because that's got
That
to
is
be
a nightmare of licensing that they'd have to
nightmare.
re-go through, which it's not an impossibility. They can definitely make it happen, but it's not as though this is going to be the final collection we get from Capcom. So if they have a Volume 3, I think Capcom versus Tatsunoko is going to be that premier title for that release. I mean, Capcom still has games they can go through.
And after this unveiling, we did get the release date for the game that everyone is really looking forward to. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, digitally September 12th, and they are indeed doing a physical. And that weird broken character guy, I forget his name.
Oh, yeah.
It's the old guy.
Yeah.
He was just shown in there.
Okay, what is
There
your
he is.
skill at these games?
Me?
Oh, I don't.
Oh, not you, Celia.
Oh,
I'm not that great at these games.
Ah.
Oh my God, stop.
they are doing a physical on this, so that's pretty cool. And then we got, I don't know how to say this, Atlier, Adalier. I don't know, man. It's some weeb game.
Metal Gear?
Yeah. Got big breasted woman RPG, JRPG. I'm sure OJ was very excited for this. That will not be on Xbox because it uses the MT framework that Capcom has. I mean, this doesn't look bad, but it's not a game that I'm like super interested in. But yeah, it's a game. Suikoden.
Suikoden.
Suikoden 1 and 2 HD remasters. Gate Rune and the Dune and whatever. Many thought this game was dead. It had been a long time since we gotten an update on it, but it is not dead.
1 year. 1 year ago, they delayed it.
Yep.
And that's how long it took to get any new information about it. And we still have, what, 6 months until it releases in March 2025?
Yeah, that's long. That's kind of long. Like, what's up? But it does look good, you know. It's been
It's a very good approach to 2D HD.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then we segue into Dragon Quest 3 2D HD, getting a release date, which I'm not 100% sure if that was known before this trailer. Do you know?
I thought we knew it was coming out in November.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then they dated it though. They gave it a day too.
I thought we knew that.
Maybe we did. If so,
No.
Now I don't get emotional, people. I don't care about anything. I'm a heartless, joyless, happiness devoid man. When I saw this motherfucker, this was my Christmas. I showed emotion while I was sitting in this very chair right here.
Did you clap and cry, Sean?
No, I screamed.
On camera?
No, I don't go live for these. Medallion, you don't need Symphony of the Night because you have the superior version of that game with Dawn of Sorrow. I've said it. I said it 100 times, and I will die on that fucking hill. Castlevania Dominus Collection, which happens to be my video for tomorrow because I, of course, bought this immediately because it came out today. The collection of the 3 Castlevania games for the Nintendo dual screen system. Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, a.k.a. the GOAT. Castlevania Portrait of Ruin, not bad. Castlevania Order of the Ecclesia, yeah, it's good. Great trio of games. They could have just done this. Bam. That's okay. We're done here. Thanks for coming out. Prizes are at the front door. I'm giving you whatever you want for this. You wanted $50? I'll give you $50. No, they only asked for $25 of my money. And then They're like, oh, wait, there's more, you stupid bastard. You want to play? Dude, I can never beat this game. Haunted Castle? Sure. Oh, you want a brand new Konami just pulling it straight out of their ass and be like, oh, here's a new version of Haunted Castle. Haunted Castle Revisited. We got new music. We got new graphics. Like, what the fuck? Where did this come from?
Do you
Greatness.
think it's time to say Konami is back?
No.
Even after the very promising previews of Metal Gear Solid Delta?
But I mean, you know, with Silent Hill, it's outsourced. Get me through Delta and get me through Silent Hill 2, and then we can talk. Then we can have that conversation. A compilation, you know, a compilation, anyone could kind of pull off a compilation, especially when you have a strong back catalog. I do love the additional content in here, though. The artwork stuff is fucking cool. You get the soundtracks of all the games as well. There's various settings. I will tell you guys, all 400 plus of you, I will spoil my review. If you're going to get this, get the Switch version, because the Switch version actually has an advantage over the other versions, because when you're playing it in handheld mode, if you've never played Dawn of Sorrow, whenever you beat a boss, you have to lock them away with a seal. And on the DS, you would draw it. It was kind of cumbersome. Now, on the other versions of the game, and if you're playing the Switch in docked mode, it's just like a quick time event. Like, it tells you to press certain buttons. But if you play it in handheld mode, you can actually draw the symbol still. And like, to me, that just felt so much more natural. And it was actually easier because the screen is so much bigger on this. So I say the Switch version has an advantage because of that. Fucking phenomenal. $25 for literal greatness. I've already
Especially when you consider that if you want to buy these games natively on the DS,
oh god,
you're looking at, I think Order of Ecclesia will cost you well north of $100 for a complete inbox.
Yeah, they're all expensive as hell. And I mean, yes, you can emulate it, but DS emulation is kind of weird anyways. And I think they did a really good job optimizing it for modern platforms. So fucking phenomenal. And you're gonna get a limited. You're gonna get a physical from Limited Run. Let's be realistic. And I'll probably double dip, but I'll only get the vanilla thing. I don't care about the big collectors unless they do something really cool with Dawn of Sorrow. So if you're watching this Limited Run games, ignore Dawn of Sorrow in your collector's edition. And it was stealth dropped. It fucking came out today. Like, bro, come on. That is perfection. Then we have Celia's favorite series, Civilization, with Civ 7. You're a big Civ fan, aren't you?
No, I think it's cool.
This game's going to run at 7 frames per second on the Switch.
Can't wait.
Is that Cleopatra and Benjamin Franklin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like fucking Bill and Ted. They go back into the past.
These games are cool. I love min-maxing control games where you're just basically God.
I can't play those games. Closest I can get is like Command and Conquer. Tales of Grace's F remastered. I wonder if the F stands for fuck. I've not played.
Stand for that.
I have not played. It's gonna be through Limited Run games. I can guarantee you. I have not played this Tales game. I'm not a big fan of these children-looking things.
Well, in that particular scene, they are
now
children.
Now they're older.
I don't know. The girl still looks kind of like a kid.
The whole plot is that it's like in the future now. Like,
okay.
Yeah, they're friends as children, and then they
friends forever. I mean, this looks good. I do think it's weird that there's like toggle enemy encounters. Like, I don't want to fight any enemies. Let me just enjoy the story here. Like, I don't know. That's kind of weird.
You didn't play it when it came out on the Wii?
No, I've never played this game.
Or the follow-up on PS3?
Tales of Graces did not come out on the Wii, by the way.
Yes, it did. It's originally a Wii game.
In the States?
I don't know if it was Was it localized? It might have been localized the first time when they did the HD version on PlayStation.
Initially, It was initially only released in Japan.
Initially.
Yeah, and then they did the PS3 version. I think the Wii version was Japan only. Yes, because because people are asking for an English ROM. Thank you. Grace's F was so bad with so many enemy encounters that turning them off actually makes the game better, surprisingly. Okay. EA 7 years behind with this My Sims cozy bundle shit. Like, where's the normal Sims, you dumb fucking company? Do you not you could literally put like the Sims 1 remastered on the Switch and you're selling 1 million. I guarantee you.
I would buy that.
Exactly.
I would buy that. Like hardcore.
But no, these stupid fucking Wii games. I
mean, like there is a market for this. It's for kids. Like
with bad parents.
I don't know. If I was like 8, I'd be all over that shit.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Help wanted too. Sorry, help is full. I've never played a Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't understand it. We got a little sizzle reel here of stuff that we already knew about. Epic Mickey rebrushed. I mean, if that's the Switch version, that does actually look pretty fucking good. And I will be checking that out. I was a fan of the original. This godforsaken game, Tales of the Shire. This looks horrible. These people look deformed, and I understand they're hobbits or whatever, but no.
John, do you like Lord of the Rings?
No, I've never watched it.
Oh, okay.
And I don't like these weird hobbit-looking people. Just Dance 2025. Oh, is the Epic Mickey demo on the Switch too? I thought that was only on PlayStation. I'll check it out on the Switch. I'd like to see the performance of it. Just Dance, end the series for the love of God. Stop buying these games. Funko Fusion. This game could rot in hell. It's okay. I'll check it out, David. Thanks. Fake FIFA 25. Okay. Lego Horizon Adventures. That's Switch footage. I think it looks pretty decent. I mean, it is a Lego game, and Lego games usually perform pretty well on the Switch. I actually beat the Lego Jurassic World game on the Switch, all 3 of them, because I'm a psycho. Rune Factory
I'm excited for this game.
It's a new coat of paint. This is definitely a very unique and different style for the Factory of Runes. Gameplay seems pretty similar, though. You know, like you're watering crops, you're going out fighting things. I kind of like I like the Rune Factory games back in the day, like the first one on the DS. Like I've actually played that and I liked it, but I just feel like there's too many of them, you know, and they're all very similar. Like they all kind of do the same thing. You do your crops. It's like it was Harvest Moon with fighting originally.
Yes.
You know,
well, it's made by the creators of Harvest Moon.
Right.
So the Harvest Moon games that we get right now are not made by Natsume.
Right.
So yeah. Or wait, so I think I got that wrong.
Because
they're made by Natsume now, but
yeah,
before they were made by the people that make Rune Factory. There we go. How to fix that. So yeah, no, it's just seeing that series continue. And I don't know, I think it's cool. I like the character design. I know this is right up my alley. I'll play this.
It looks a little more grown up, I guess. Like that combat looked, combat looks all right. You know, it might be interesting. I don't know how I feel about the parasail shit. Give me a sword or a gun or something. Like that's a big boss battle. There's multiple people in your team too. I don't know. Well, you know, something to keep an eye on. And then to close out the show, Nate, I feel like you would have known about this. I was very surprised by this.
Were you?
I was, and I will say, I think it looks better than I anticipated it looking. Like, I know it's the first game, but it's the version that was made for the PS4 and stuff. I think it looks good in the open world segments and stuff like, you know, the more open stuff like that. I think it looks pretty good for the Switch version. I mean, if you're not going to give me my fucking Shenmue on Switch because you're horrible people, Sega.
See, my thing with this game is great. It finally came to Switch,
But it's been
But it's
so
been
long.
re-released so many times that if you
Yeah.
have interest in this franchise and you have yet to play it, I kind of have to question how much interest you have in the franchise. Because
You
coming
think
to the Switch at this stage feels as though it's more of them setting a layer of sand for a foundation of we're going to be bringing Like a Dragon and
yes.
other entries of this franchise to the Switch 2. And we're just giving this as an introduction to the franchise, and
Yep.
we don't want to wait. So let's introduce it, get some appeal to the Switch audience, and then we're going to bring more stuff coming to the successor. But I mean, hopefully the game does perform well on the Switch because it is, I mean, it's a fantastic game. I think it's just going to be a hard sell for them at this stage to bring in Yakuza fans to play it on the Switch, given that the game's been released so many times. It's also been discounted on PlayStation and the Xbox store to, like $5, maybe $7 continuously over the last couple of years. So you can't come out and price this at, $50 because people are going to be turned off by that. So hopefully it's priced well and they find a nice little niche for it, and this leads to more of the Like a Dragon games for the Switch successor.
Test Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no,
No,
no, go first.
I was going to say, Test Scoop says they release on the same day, this port and the TV show. It's going to be $20. Omega, are you just spitting, or do you have evidence to prove that? And
Is it
Test
listed
Scoop
as
also,
like $20 on the eShop or something?
if it is, I mean, that's an easy sell, I think. And I think
Mhm.
it'll probably move in Japan, even as like a second pickup. They're lining us up with the release of the TV show, so they're just trying to make it more accessible for the people who will watch and want to play it. Oh yes, it's $20. I believe it was confirmed $20.
Okay.
So, I mean, $20.
I wish it was 0, to be honest.
But that's because you're cheap. You don't want to pay for anything.
No, 0. The Yakuza 0. Oh my fucking god. I hate you. Anyways, I'll remember that. So anyways, no, Yakuza 0 is really good because it follows Majima's story as well. And it's what got me into the Yakuza series. So I think that's why. Jesus Christ, Sean.
I thought that's what you were saying. Like, the
You
TV
played the
show.
Yakuza series?
I played some of it. I never
Nate,
got
did
super
you okay,
invested.
time out. Nate, did you get that I was referring to Yakuza 0?
I honestly thought
Nate,
you were
are you-
referring to the price.
Oh, god damn it. Okay,
That's what
fine.
we were talking about.
Fine.
You were talking
fine.
about the price, and then you said, I wish it was 0.
I meant the game 0. Like, I would pay $20 for 0.
You're not going to pay $20 for this? Yeah, don't base the
like,
game
I
off
own
the
it
stream, by the
already.
way, because we're at 480p here because I got a lot of shit going on.
Yakuza $0. Oh my god.
Yeah, for $20.
No, I mean, I do wish it also at least included Yakuza 0. I think those two games would have been a better introduction than just the
Yes.
solo one.
That's what my brain thinks too about it. Like, it's kind of just one of those things where it's like, I think that would get people really like excited about the franchise because that's what got me excited about the franchise.
Well, Tess Scoob, who is our resident weeb, says that the TV show is based off of Yakuza 1 / Kiwami,
Oh.
which is likely why it's this alone and not 0, even though 0 is way better.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I haven't been following the announcements for the TV show, but it makes me sad because like I would love a feature focusing on Majima. I'm such a simp for his character.
But yeah, okay. If you're judging it by this stream, don't go watch the trailer for it. The trailer looks way better than what I'm showing here. We're at 480p, pal.
And I'm pretty sure the stream itself also runs at a lower frame rate than what you're viewing, so everything's cut in half.
Right.
So it's going to look very choppy on this footage.
But overall, I definitely liked the partner showcase more so. A lot of older stuff, but in this modern AAA fucking garbage society that we live in, where you get games like Concord and Star Wars Outlaws, I will gladly take a Castlevania DS collection that cost a fraction of the price of those. That gives me multiple games, including a new experience. You know, you're familiar with some of these games, and plus you're at the tail end of a system's life cycle. To me, the two presentations combined, they were pretty weak. But when you look at where the system is, I think this is Nintendo just kind of cleaning out their closet, you know, like, all right, well, you know, we'll do this. We'll show off this sort of stuff. And, you know, we're ready to move on. And I feel like, you know, third-party developers are probably also ready to move on as well. So you're not going to have like big guns here, but you know, it was all right. The indie stuff didn't really hit with me. But the Castlevania definitely, like, if you take away Castlevania, is it still decent? It's all right. You know, the Capcom Fighting Collection, Volume 2 was good, but Castlevania definitely made it, you know, a little bit sweeter for me. Celia?
I enjoyed the indie section a lot more than the partner showcase. I do think for the partner showcase, there were some games that really like stood out to me and I'm excited for. But on the indie collection, like my notes were a lot longer about things I was excited or had nice things to say about. So but also it's kind of one of those things where it's the type of games that I play more often. So that's why I'm more excited about that. Overall, like I do agree, like, you know, we're nearing the end of the life cycle, and you know, though there are games coming out like Shovel Knight, Shovel of Hope DX coming out in 2025. But it's like one of those things where like, though, you know, it's at the end of the cycle. So I'm excited to play the games though.
Nate, how are you feeling? Because spoiler alert, this was the first time Nate's seen this.
Oh yeah.
He was learning live with you.
Dude, you're such a good sport.
With all the viewers. Nate, what'd you think?
I mean, overall, there weren't that many games that appeal to me in either of the showcases. I'd say of the two, the partner showcase is definitely stronger for my taste, with Suikoden 1 and 2, with the Castlevania games, the Capcom Fighting Collection, even Yakuza. I think that's a nice array of offerings from third-party partners. With the indie showcase, I'd say really the only highlight for me would be Pizza Tower and getting an update on Metal Slug Tactics, even though we still don't have a release date on that project.
And
But
Shovel Knight.
combined, I
And
think it's
Shovel
a
Knight,
very
Nate.
strong present. Yeah, and Shovel Knight. That very quality, shovelish game. Gotta love it. It's deluxe now. But overall, I mean, this is an end of a console life cycle style direct. You're getting out some of those smaller releases, and I mean, I think as a combined presentation, it served its purpose. I do think a lot of the games there, unless you are exclusively a Switch owner and player, you have likely played some of these games elsewhere and you played them years ago. Even Tales of Grace's F Remastered, I played the game back on the PS3. I don't know how much of an upgrade this one's really going to be beyond, you know, being able to toggle combat with the battle system. So it's kind of a tough sell for me. But I think overall it was a high enough quality that it justified its own existence.
Oh, I'm typing.
Are you currently pre-ordering a copy of Shovel Knight?
No, I know I know the social media person. She'll probably get me a code. Jeffrey Tucker, make sure you are playing Dawn of Sorrow first, for Dawn of Sorrow is the Master Race game. But yeah, you know, it was all right. I look, I wasn't as bored as I was during Gamescom, at least. You know, I think it was a better show than Gamescom. The Castlevania collection would have been if Jeff Keighley came out there with the Castlevania collection, it stealth dropped it like during his show. Like, I think that would have been fucking lit. That would have made the show way better, because now I got Castlevania, I've got Batman. To some extent, I have Mafia, even though you didn't really show it off. But yeah, and the UN wasn't involved in this for some bizarre reason. So, you know, it was decent, not great, but all things considered, it could have been worse, you know. All right. So that is our show. We will be moving to the after show in just a few minutes. I want to thank everyone for coming out. We were over 400 strong for most of this show. Before we go, I want to give a huge thank you to our executive producers over on patreon.com/spawnwave. What is it? Or just go to spawnwavenetwork.net and that takes you to the Patreon. Jono, Joshua Butts, aka the Butt Man, Mr. Joby, Justin Maverick, House Seal, the Game Orb, Trent A, Drunk on Tacos A, and a billion cats. Want to give a huge thank you to all of our channel members here as well. Oh fuck, I just realized something.
What?
I don't have Nate, do you have access to the channel on YouTube?
I do not.
God damn it.
Are we stuck here?
Well, no, the problem
Can't post a link to
we can't post the link for members.
Oh.
John has to have access.
Can John?
Yeah, but he might be
John?
filming or something.
John's not filming at this hour.
Call him. We can have him on stream.
John, we need you to post the after show link on the community page for GMT. John. So okay, we'll hang out for an extra minute while
Oh my gosh. Yeah, call him on stream. That'd be so fun.
No, I'm messaging him. I don't want to call that, dude.
Yeah, we're not beat 'em up.
You got the after show link in the email. Did you for Patreon? Well, Medallion, aren't you Patreon? Yeah. See, we got to do it for channel members too. And wait. Well, yeah, because John put the link out for members. Oh, is it on the community page? Is it on the community tab? Because Josie usually handles all this.
John, you're so good at host.
Well, we don't have access to anything.
Yeah, I don't have access to any of it.
That
I don't
seems
know the
stressful.
I don't know the login. Dude, I got too much shit on my plate already. Like,
Oh no, totally.
I don't need another thing. No, okay, so it's not on the community page. All right, so we're stalling for a little bit.
Does anyone want to do any I don't know how this works. Can people super chat dumb questions or ask us things? I don't know.
Can.
Yeah, you can.
They certainly can. Like, super chat us, what household appliance would you smash?
Yeah.
Would you smash the microwave or would you pass on the toaster?
I'd fuck a microwave.
You what? Good for you. I was expecting you to say toaster.
Yeah,
So...
I meant to say toaster, actually.
No, you're equal opportunity. That's beautiful. I love that for you.
Physical release of Shovel of Hope.
Not currently in the pipeline, but I would love to see that.
Fucking John, I could stab you.
Okay, Smash or Pass, KitchenAid Mixer. I would say Smash. Those things are expensive. Classy.
I mean, they got good rotation too.
I know, right? Good. Cool. Gross. Nate. I was trying to be a good sport about this. I'm like, let's see. Air fryer. Nate, Smash or Pass.
Oh, no, wait, that's
are we talking here?
All right, let me call this fuck. The vacuum's a good idea, actually.
Have you seen
What are
that
you,
skit
Doofy
where
from
it was
Scary Movie?
There we go.
What? Think about it, bro.
Gonna rip it off.
They ain't got that much suction. Oh, we almost got a spit take.
Almost. Not today. Don't say that when I'm drinking water.
Hey, I need you to post the after show link on the community page for Game and Talk.
Oh, on the membership page.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, because we're live right now, still stalling for time, because I wanted this fixed.
Hi, John.
Okay.
He can't.
Patreon.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I don't
Just
know.
over on the community tab right now.
All right.
Open.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Later. All right, so we're good. He's posting it now. We'll see you all in about 10 minutes or so. And yeah, thanks for hanging.